Legends whisper of a distant land, a realm where realities fracture and towering monoliths defy the sky. For years, explorers have chased the horizon, only to vanish into the unknown. They call this place the Farlands. And so today, I have a mission. I'm gonna reach the Farlands, and to begin with, I'm just gonna walk it. Like, come on, how long can that take? It's only, what, 12 million-ish blocks? I can do that. A sunset. Minecraft can truly be so beautiful at times, and on this great adventure, I'm gonna see many great things. The Farlands is gonna be great. But also not so great was that I was gonna need a lot of energy, so that means I'm gonna need quite a lot of food. But right now I don't exactly have a lot of food, and I can't farm because, you know, I'm travelling. So as I moved, I made sure to kill any animals that I came across, burning them as I did to cook their meat and gain greater nutrition. That would be my food source. Now, the nights were rather dangerous, and I didn't want to die and be forced to return to spawn. So I constructed a boat to stay away from the dangerous lands during the night. It did also allow for quicker movements along waterways, which was nice, and so things were going well. I had enough food.
Brother, may I have some oats?
No you cannot. You could be a nice bacon sandwich though. I was gaining some XP, and I was going really far. Like, this was great progress. I soon found a village, so I looted it, because, you know, villagers are evil demonic beings that deserve their suffering, because they don't subscribe. And so I carried on with my quest to the Farlands. But soon I encountered another distraction, a shipwreck, and so I went to go investigate. There was a treasure map, so obviously I had to go and dig that up, and there was some really good loot in it. So with that, I got back on my boat, threw the treasure map away, and sailed into the ocean, heading towards the great Farlands. Soon I encountered another village, so I slept in that to just avoid the dangers of the night. And I continued onwards, gaining more XP and getting even closer to the legendary Farlands. Eventually, I stumbled into a deep, frozen ocean. That'll be a nice way to speed things up, as with the power of ice boats we can reach super speeds, and an ocean monument. Well, I'm just gonna leave that alone, because I really don't want to get mining for So anyways, when I reached warmer lands, I milked a cow and got rid of that effect, and I continued on my journey. Until I came across another ocean monument. I'll stay further away from this one because, come on. Anyways, I reached warmer lands, and once again I cured myself and carried on. I soon found an enderman, so I killed it, and luckily I was able to get an ender pearl. That might help later. So after another while of walking, I saw a large hill, and I decided to climb it, just to, you know, get a better view of the land, and see how much progress I had made. Surely after all this time, I could see the Farlands, right? Well, turns out, after all that travelling, I had made it a whole 10,000 blocks. Which, don't get me wrong, is a lot, but in the grand scale of the Farlands, that's only about 0.08% of the way there. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I need something else. But what could that be? And so I thought about it, and I thought about it, and oh wait, I remember! Before that anvil incident, and yeah, that's a long story, so I'll just explain that later, but I'd been to the end. And so within my ender chest was 6 elytras from that time. If I could get my hands on those elytras, I could go so much further, so much quicker. I already have an ender pearl from earlier, so all I need is some obsidian and a blaze rod, and I can make one. That was my new task in this Farlands mission. So, let's get to it. Now, I ventured into many caves searching for diamonds because I'm gonna need a diamond pickaxe, and for a while, I didn't find anything. The caves were devoid of riches, but they were filled with evil mobs trying to kill me, which wasn't very fun. But eventually, I did find a vein. And with that, I was able to make my diamond pickaxe. So all I need now is some lava. And so, as I continued my journey, I began my search for a surface lava pool. At one point, I ended up in quite a large Badlands biome. And it was just incredible. Like, wow. But I couldn't be distracted by the wonders of the Minecraft landscape. And so I carried on walking until, at last, I had found it. A lava pool. And so with just a bucket and my pure Minecraft skill, I made myself another portal. I did also mine some obsidian so that, you know, I could actually make the ender chest later on. So all I need now is a blaze rod, and I have the nether portal. So let's get to it. Let's find a fortress. Now, as you probably know, the nether is a wasteland. So that means I need to be very careful. I've moved thousands of blocks, and I don't want to lose that progress. Now, rather quickly, I found a bastion. But I didn't want to go too deeply into it, for fear of angering the piglins. So I only opened one chest and then I just left, continuing a bridge away from the bastion in search for my fortress. Soon I was in a Soul Sand Valley, the home of the ghasts. I needed to be very cautious. You never know where the ghast can be. But, oh wait, there it was! A fortress! That was quick. And so I leapt down to it and I began my invasion. Yeah, that was a bad idea. I should have planned that a bit more, as I had to eat quite a few golden apples that I collected in my travels, and I was rather close to death. I was forced to build myself a small barrier and run away from the blazes. It worked. I was able to heal up a bit, and then I could attack back strategically and intentionally. And with that, I was able to get my blaze rod. But make no mistake, I wasn't safe. I couldn't just stand there. There were other blazes, and many wither skeletons who wanted me dead. So I was forced to run and retreat back to my build, where I was safe. At that point I made a crafting table, and then I attempted to make my ender chest. And it took a while, and I made a few mistakes, like, what was I doing there? But in the end, I was able to make it. And with that, I could finally access my lost loot. Now, I was just sorting out my inventory, getting rid of the things I didn't need anymore, when this weird black box appeared on my screen. And it didn't go away. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that for now. I've got my elytras, so I'm fine. I just equipped them, and I began to head back towards the overworld. That way I could continue on my quest to the Farlands, even if there was this weird black box in the way. But, oh wait, no, I still had the barrel roll mod active. So that made flying a bit difficult, especially with a large part of my vision blocked out. So I tried to land on a small island, which thankfully I was able to do safely. And then I just left the world, temporarily, right? Now, I just wanted to make sure that that black bar wasn't some corruption in the recordings that I was making. So I actually went onto the replay mod, and it was still there. Now, I have no idea what caused this black box of blindness, but if you have any ideas of the origins of it, please feel free to let me know in the comments, because I'm kind of interested in what caused it. But anyways, I shut down Minecraft and even switched my entire computer off, and then I logged back onto the world. And it worked, the black box was gone. And so with that, I was finally ready to make my way back to the overworld. Now, this quest of reaching my nether portal didn't go without issues, as somehow I got extremely lost, almost died, found an ancient debris, was able to clutch my way to safety, and by the end of all that, I was back to where I'd started, at the same fortress. But still, after a short while longer, I'd found the portal again, and then I was back into the overworld. But now I need food, because my nether journey had drained almost my entire food supply. Luckily though, I found a village, and so with that I was able to make a lot of bread. And then I flew on. Now if I want to go maximum speed to the Farlands, I need rockets. But if I need rockets, I need gunpowder and paper. And so began the next phase of my plan. It It all started in a small desert lake, as I planted many sugar canes along that lake, and towering high above the pond, I built a creeper farm with a massive storage for gunpowder, an area to enchant, a village set up to allow for mending and unbreaking to be added to the elytras, and with all the shulker shells stored in my ender chest combined with the many hours spent at the farm, I was able to craft many shulkers, filled to the brim with rockets. It was an explosive success, and with that, I set off. I was going far and fast, but as I travelled, I saw a ruined nether portal, and that reminded me, the nether allows you to travel at 8 times the speed. Due to the strange way that distances work in the hell dimension, 1 block is equal to 8. I don't know why, but that's just how it is, alright? And so with that in mind, I fixed up that portal, entered the nether, made my way to the nether roof, and began to fly once more. I'd made it just over 300,000 blocks in the nether, or around 2.4 million blocks in the overworld, when all of my elytras broke. Now, this was a good strategy. It got me very far, but it wasn't very sustainable. And so I was forced to build myself a portal and return to the overworld. Now, my game actually crashed when I first tried that, but next try, it succeeded. And so once again, I began to wander around the overworld, this time killing any mob I encountered for its XP to try and heal my elytras. How can I do it? Like, how can I succeed in my quest of seeing the Farlands? I'd made it so far. I can't give up now, but this whole elytra thing just wasn't going to work. Wait a minute. That gives me an idea. There is something that must be done. I also needed some quartz, so I set up a little area to plan everything and a portal to get me into the nether, which going through caused my game to crash again. But this time, when I logged back in, my inventory remained the same as it did before I made that area. But the area was still there, with all of my resources, but the resources were also still in my inventory. So I had just created a duplication. Oh yeah, that must mean I'm a demigod. No, I just got lucky with a bug. That wasn't intended. So anyways, I finished setting up my plan, and now the machine was ready. And so with one button press, the journey to the Farlands can begin.
This is your captain speaking. This flight is expected to take about 1.5 million blocks. We don't expect any turbulence, and if you wish to have any in-flight entertainment, please press that like button. Thank you. Enjoy your flight.
Many hours later.
This was it. I should be at my destination now. And so I leapt off the machine, made myself a portal, and I just prepared myself. Beyond this portal, I'm about to see the Farlands. At long last. The legends said it couldn't be done, but there I was. I was going to prove them all wrong. So let's go through and have a look at the Farlands. Where is it? The coordinates show that I'm in the right place for them. So what happened? The legends aren't all a lie, right? Oh, hold on. What's that? That's a book? Okay, so you are over 10 years too late. Also, look up? Huh? What did they mean, look up? Oh no, not again! Yeah, you'll need to watch this video.